Oh hi, MissingNoVGC here, and today we are doing Light Water Corrupted. This deck is far more consistent than the previous Corrupted list, as we are only playing 2 colors instead of 4. Both of those colors have fantastic support. They have one of the best spells in the entire game, at least in my opinion, and they just synergize really good together. I think the only other thing that Light synergizes worth just as well is Nature, because Light Nature is also really good, and that's also a deck for another time. But for this deck, it can be played both aggro and control at the exact same time, and that's really good. The deck also is full of enforcers, so you know there's a sneaky little beetle coming your way in this deck. Also, I haven't slept in like 36 hours and I'm a little bit sick, so hopefully this video goes well. We're playing 3 copies of Magris. This is both one of the best and worst cards in the game at the exact same time. Uh, it is a 1 for 500 vanilla. So 500 is the weakest in the game, but it being a level 1, it makes it so it can attack on turn 2, and that's pretty good. Um, but it being an enforcer means that it can evolve into a Blinder Beetle Prime, and that is disgusting. We play 3 copies of Chasm Entangler. It is a 1 for 2000 blocker that can also evolve into Blinder Beetle Prime. We play 3 copies of Raincloud Kraken, a 2 for 3000 blocker that can also evolve into Blinder Beetle Prime. What a crazy story. We play 3 copies of Aqua Trickster. It's a vanilla for Corrupted. It's a 2 for 1000. That's what it is. That's all it does for now. 3 copies of Cyber Scamp. This is a really good card. 2 for 1000. If your opponent decides to play a cheeky little spell while this card is on the field, you get to search your deck and play another copy of it for free. This is fantastic because 1, it's deck thinning, that's free, and 2, you get to look through your deck, so you get to see what cards are potentially in your shields, and that provides a little bit more information for you that you didn't previously have, and that's just really good info to have. 3 copies of Skyvolt Mech. It's a 2 for 3000 vanilla for Corrupted. It is not an enforcer, but this card is pretty good. The 3K is pretty good. It gets in there, unlocks 2 colors for you. The arc's pretty good. So congrats to him for being a thing. 3 copies of Fallen Keeper. It is a 3 for 1000 corrupted that also has the ability to untap all of your corrupted creatures at the end of the turn. That's pretty good because your previous 2 corrupteds that you just saw were really weak, or sorry, not weak, but low level. So they can come in pretty quickly, poke a shield, and then just untap so your opponent can't attack them. That's pretty good. 3 copies of Ursulka Aqua Chaser because I play this in like everything. It is a 4 for 1000 that just bounces when you play it. Both you or your opponent, just some slight removal, maybe recycle an effect that you want to use. Either way, pretty good card. Play 4 copies of Seneschal Choten's Lieutenant. Probably one of the best cards for Corrupted. It's 4 for 3000, and every time a corrupted creature attack, including itself, you can draw a card. This ability stacks, so the more Seneschals you have, the more draw you get for Corrupted. And its other effect makes it so that all your corrupted creatures are unaffected by your opponent's spells that cost 4 or less, like Bone Blades, Piercing Judgment, things like that. They just have blanket protection, and that is really good. We play 3 copies of Piercing Judgment because, like I said, I consider it one of the best spells in the entire game. Bounce a thing, tap a thing, get it for potentially for free, and yeah, don't really need to say much about Piercing Judgment. It's a great card that I gush about all the time. Ew, what's that? A wild beetle has appeared. I lied. There's 2. 5 for 6000. Blind Beetle Prime evolves off of a Enforcer, Double Breaker, and when you play it, and every single time you attack with it, You get to tap a creature your opponent controls. So potentially this thing can tap 2 blockers and then break 2 shields like nothing ever happened the turn it's played, and that's just really, really good. It's a very oppressive card, and I talk a lot of crap on it because I just hated losing to it all the time. But in reality, it's just a really good card. It's rare, so anyone has access to it. So yeah, Blind Beetle Prime. Would be a real shame if people could play like more than 3 copies in the deck though. That'd be absolutely tragic. Anyway, 3 copies of Luminar Unleashed. It's a 5 for 7,000 corrupted creature that evolves off of a corrupted or an enforcer. Oh my god, the synergy. It has Double Breaker, and its effect is whenever a corrupted creature would attack, it can tap an opponent's creature. Oh my god. It's like playing 3 more copies of Blinder Beetle Prime. Ew. Until I read this card, I thought that Light Water Corrupt was like, oh, this is definitely a more boring way to play it, but being able to play essentially 6 Blinder Beetle Primes, just not me because Prime is on our house ban list, that's just really, really good. And this card can basically evolve on almost anything that you're playing in this deck, aside from the Rusalka. So this card's really good. It's basically, like I said, having 3 more copies of Prime for the exact same cost and with a higher power. Hello, Missing No from the future here. It's misspoke. Shocker, I know. Luminar Unleashed gives all of your corrupteds the tap ability. So it's basically like you're actually running 17 Blighter Beetle Primes, not just 5. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Mixed with all your tapping and bouncing and blocking. It's pretty good. Anyway, back to the video. 2 copies of General Fembar. The card is really good. Another bounce, and then you get to draw cards every time something attacks. So that in unison with the Seneschals you're just constantly drawing. That's just really, really good. And for the last card, 3 copy of Stormspark Blast. Just tap everything. So that's all you're doing. You're tapping everything with this deck, and then you're just swinging. And then you're untapping. It's fantastic. It's just super good. The synergy is great. I definitely feel that the 4 Civ build is a lot more fun to play because there's just more stuff that's happening at all times. But it's definitely far more inconsistent. But Luminar, Blind Beetle Prime are just great cards together. This deck is just super, super good, and I really, really like it. I regret not playing this in the past because I was still playing when this deck came out. And I could have been playing it once rotation hit, but I was too sad about my dragons being nuked out of the game, and I just quit and sold all my stuff. But yeah, this is the deck. This is actually the last video from the bulk recording I've been doing, but they're not going in order. There'll be one more video up after this that is Water Fire Rush. But after that, I currently don't have any other videos recorded, so it might be a bit slow for the next little while until I can get more time to record stuff. But yeah, this is a really short video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. I've been getting a lot of interaction on these Kaijudo videos lately, and I'm actually pretty happy because I'm glad that people are actually watching this. You know, it's a dead card game, and when I mention Kaijudo, most people are like, what the hell is that? So I'm glad that there's some interaction going on. So let me know what you guys want to see, and I will do my best to provide. I have seen people commenting on, hey, how do you make your proxies? And at some point in the future, there will be something on that. I'm currently in the middle of editing a bunch of photos and files so I can get more proxies printed up. I think I mentioned that in the next video, because like I said, these are going up out of order. But I am working on getting more Eye of the Storm cards made, and once those are available, I'll be giving a link to people so they can print them up themselves. I'm hoping that the cards will come out okay, because I plan on doing an unboxing video once I get the order placed and they arrive. So that should be fun. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you guys will come back for some more future Kaijudo content. Thanks.